Everyone is looking south to Egypt or north to Lebanon for a response to Israel's mission to force as many Palestinians as it can out of Gaza. They are looking in the wrong direction. They should be looking eastwards to Jordan for the real reaction. The kingdom has been shaken to the core from top to bottom by what's happening in Gaza. Queen Rania, the king's Palestinian wife, has appeared twice on CNN to denounce glaring Western double standards and failing to condemn the civilian deaths under Israeli bombardment. The Prime Minister, Bisha al-Qasone, has said that the displacement of Palestinians is a fundamental violation of the treaty that Jordan signed with Israel all those years ago. And the Foreign Minister, Ayman Safadi, has said that another Nakba would amount to a declaration of war. But this is nothing compared to the reaction on the streets when Abu Ubaidah, the spokesman for the Qassam brigades, appealed to Jordanians to rise. The response was swift in coming. Tribal leaders in Al-Mazar sent their fraternal greetings to Hamas. The streets have been thronged with demonstrations, and the army has had to be sent to the border to prevent a march by Palestinians and East Bank Jordanians towards the Israeli border. The Prime Minister is right. Another Nakba would be a violation of the treaty that King Hussein signed with the Israeli Premier Yitzhak Rabin 30 years ago. So Jordan is serious when its parliament reviews the treaty as it's doing right now. And Jordan is serious when it stops a UAE brokered treaty to supply Israel with electricity in return for much needed water. But why is Jordan so concerned with Gaza? After all, it hasn't given and will not give citizenship to some 300,000 Gazans who were displaced from the Strip in 1948. This war in particular has revived long-standing Jordanian fears that if Israel is allowed to succeed in Gaza, the West Bank would be next. Israel's desire to do something with the West Bank is hardly a secret. The governing party, Likud, from Menachem Begin onwards, has always said that Jordan is the home for the Palestinians. And there are two government ministers who say that Palestinians have no right to live in the West Bank. One of them, Finance Minister Bezalel Smotrich, and the first Israeli minister to be given the right to oversee civilian affairs in the occupied territory, refers to Palestinians in the West Bank as Nazis. Palestinian towns are regularly attacked by settlers under the protection of the army. And as an increasing number of army reservists are actually coming from the families of settlers, all they're doing really is swapping uniforms. 9 days ago, a page appeared on Facebook giving the people of Jenin 9 days to get out. It was accompanied by a video which showed the route that they should take to the Jordanian border. Facebook was inundated with complaints and the page soon disappeared. But exactly 9 days later, the army declared Jenin a military zone, and military operations continue to this day. But there is a deeper reason why this war presents a truly existential crisis for the kingdom. When King Hussein won the civil war and the PLO was expelled, Palestinians, who make up 60% of the population, lost all contact with the conflict. They simply were regarded as spectators. The king did not allow the PLO to reform any factions in the kingdom. Now their identity and sense of duty is being reawakened as never before. Why, they ask themselves, are we complaining that Hezbollah in Lebanon is doing nothing when all we do is demonstrate? Surely we've got to get involved and do something more. The mood among all Jordanians, Palestinians and East Bankers is changing, and Hamas does not need to do a sales drive there. A huge reservoir of potential recruits, arms and money is being opened up. A huge front could be about to open on Israel's eastern flank. It's been quiet for 50 years. It may be quiet no longer.